Today I am going to teach you tricks how to identify histological slides. In histological slides, very usual feature is villi, villi-like or mucosal fold. Villi is what? Villi is the protrusion of mucosa. Mucosa is epithelium, lamina propria plus muscularis mucosae. And what is villi like? Suppose this is the outpouching and this is the borderline and this is outpouching, so these are villi. But in another way we can say no, this is borderline and this is not outpouching. Addition to that, this is depression. So the glands, the continuous glands arrangement also looks like villi, that is villi like. Okay, and mucosal fold. We get villi and villi like mucosal fold. These are present in the duodenum, jejunum, ileum, stomach, fundic part, stomach pyloric part, large intestine, gallbladder, and esophagus. 1, 2, 3, that in the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum, it is villi. That is the protrusion of the mucosa. Okay, and in a stomach, fundic and the pyloric part, 4th and 5th, they look like villi due to the presence of gastric gland. Okay, this is suppose this is gastric gland, and even though there is absence of villi in the stomach histological slide, but the gland's position resembles that there is villi. Okay, and in the large intestine, also in the large intestine, that is number 6, there is crypts of liver coon, which also looks like villi. And 7, 8 is the gallbladder and esophagus. It gives rise to mucosal fold. This is histological slide of duodenum, villi, and this is villus arrangement. Okay, villi is there, but only one hint and you will diagnose what the slide is. So the Brunner's gland, just below villi in the submucosa, here is the Brunner's gland. In the jejunum, this is the submucosa which is entering inside the villi. This is the diagnosing point. Villi, but the submucosa entering inside the villi. In the histological slide of ileum, Peyer's patches. Villi plus Peyer's patches. That is the large lymphoid follicle. Okay. In the stomach fundic part, the main diagnostic criteria is the PG ratio, pit and gland ratio. This is the gastric gland, this one is pit, and this is acini. What will be the ratio? 1:3. Suppose this is all together has 4 parts. So upper one is occupied by the pit and lower 3 are occupied by the acini or glands. Okay. In the histological slide of stomach pyloric part, that was fundic, and here is the pyloric part. The diagnostic criteria is pit, again pit gland ratio, but here is the 3:1, just opposite. 3 part is occupied by pit, these are pit, and here you can easily see that this resembles villi. Okay, so pit is 3 and the gland is 1. Histological slide of large intestine. Here also there is no villi, only macrovilli, but the regular arrangement of crypts of liver coon give the resemblance of villi. Okay. Okay, so this is villi-like. Regularly arranged crypts of liver coon. Okay, and lots of goblet cell. These are the diagnostic point of histological slide of large intestine. Also in the rectum, just you will see the villi plus pentagon looking mucosal fold. These are the villi like. Okay, so even it look like villi, and plus these are pentagon shaped. So this is of rectum. In esophagus, even this looks like villi, the protrusion, but the diagnostic criteria is wavy margin of dermoepidermal junction. Here you can see this is epithelium and stratified squamous epithelium. Stratified, that means multi-layered, so it is thickened, but here is the dermoepidermal junction and it is wavy. This is the diagnostic point. The wavy margin of dermoepidermal junction of stratified squamous epithelium in esophagus. In the gallbladder, there is flimsy mucosal fold. These are not villi, these are flimsy mucosal fold, and the brush border microvilli. Microvilli is the outpouching of epithelium only. Brush border, that's why here it looks like thickened, and nearby most the conclusive criteria is the nearby hepatic tissue. You can see here this one, this one is the hepatic tissue also here. So nearby hepatic tissue and the flimsy mucosal fold, brush border microvilli. So this is of gallbladder. Another point in histological slide, first, if there is villous structure, if it is flimsy, it is gallbladder. If it is the wavy margin of dermoepidermal junction, it is esophagus. Villi-like plus pentagon looking, rectum. Villi-like plus crypts of liver coon, regularly arranged, it is of colon. Stomach pyloric part, PG ratio 3:1. Stomach fundic part, PG ratio 1:3. In the ileum, there is Pierce patches, lymphoid follicle. Jejunum, some mucosa entering inside villi. And this is duodenum, lots of Brunner gland. This is of all these are presenting villi. Another criteria is the presence of lymphoid follicle. It will be present in the ileum, spleen, tonsil, appendix and lymph node. If lymph node plus villi, it is of ileum. If lymph node plus arteriole inside the lymphoid follicle, okay, the arrow mark, the black arrow are showing the arteriole inside the lymphoid follicle. Tonsil, that is the lymphoid follicle plus crypts. Here also the black mark is showing the crypts. One black mark, first black mark is showing the crypts, and another second black mark is showing the lymphoid follicle, which is arranged by the side of crypts. Then come to appendix, in which the lymphoid follicle plus a small lumen. This small lumen sometimes give a resemblance to the crypts of tonsil, but here the lymphoid follicle is deep seated, whereas in tonsil the lymphoid follicle is arranged by the side of crypt, but here it is deep seated. In the lymph node, the method of exclusion, that lymphoid follicle but there is no villi, lymphoid follicle but there is no crypt, no small lumen like in appendix, What is so method of exclusion? No villi, no arteriole, no lumen, no crypt. So it is of lymph node if that is full of lymphoid follicle. Okay. Now the third one is the acinar structure. Many histological slides shows acinar structure like liver, pancreas, parotid, submandibular, sublingual, thymus and epididymis. In liver, very peculiar, very characteristic central vein with the radiating cell. Here you can see, if acinar but presence of islet of Langerhans, the black mark showing the islet of Langerhans, if it is there, it is of pancreas. If acinar structure but darkly stained due to the presence of zymogen granules, and the second, the first is showing the darkness, and another histological slide here. This, the leaf-like arrangement of acini is very much peculiar of parotid. And sublingual, it is lightly stained. In parotid, it is deeply stained due to zymogen, and sublingual lightly stained due to the mucinogen granules. In the submandibular, M for mandibular, M for mixed. This is of mixed variety. Both type of granule lightly and darkly stained. In thymus, there is incomplete lobulation. The lobules, here you can see that here near the white arrow, this one, this is not complete lobulation. Here it is spared. Okay. And also there is pink structure, that is the Hass's corpuscle in the medulla. The periphery is cortex and in the center it is medulla, and there is pink structure there. Then epididymis, it looks like acini. It is not acinar structure, not glandular, but looks like acini due to the cut section of the tubule. There are many tubules of varied size, different shape and size, having large lumen full of sperm. So, epididymis of different shape, size, tubular cut section, full of sperm. Thymus, incomplete lobulation, Hass's corpuscles. Submandibular, M for mandibular, M for mixed, that is both lightly and darkly stained. Sublingual, lightly stained, L for lingual, L for lightly stained. Parotid, due to the zymogen, darkly, and the pancreas, islet of Langerhans. Liver, central vein with the radiating cell. All these are acinar structure.